Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel Starseeker Tarot. My name is Nia, and in today's reading we will be channeling your spirit guides to find out how they see you, and also I hope we will be able to get some insight about your soul essence from them, as well as some important and helpful information and guidance about your current situation. As you can see, I have these three beautiful groups to choose from today. They're all German oracle cards, so I will be translating. For group number 1, we have a beautiful fairy. It says the Lover, and with it we have a green Aventurine crystal heart. Then for group number 2, we have the Mystic with this very mystical looking sage on it. And with it we have a red Tourmaline crystal point. And then for group number 3, we have the Outsider, this very intriguing looking lady with her owl. This is definitely representing your spirit guide, I believe. And she has an angel aura crystal, Quartz. All you need to do now, as always, is to focus your attention on today's topic, on your spirit guides. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, pause the video if you have to, and when you think you're ready to see which one of these 3 groups calls your attention the most, do not overthink it. Let your intuition decide, and then you can have a look in the description box down below where you find the timestamps for each individual group. So I'll see you there, and I'm sending some extra love to the lovely people who watched the entire intro. Welcome to your reading, group number 1. Everyone who resonated with the Lover, this gorgeous fairy, and the green Aventurine heart. So we are about to channel your spirit guides and find out how they see you, your ego as well as your soul essence, and hopefully they'll be able to provide some helpful and important advice and guidance about your current situation as well. Now obviously we have a female fairy on this card, but if you are someone identifying as more masculine or male watching this, it will be fine. It's all about the energies, okay? But yeah, needless to say, she is so beautiful, so loving. It says the Lover on it, so obviously your spirit guides things that you are very loving, very beautiful. And I'm getting a lot of information now, and keep in mind this reading is for the collective, so not every single detail here might resonate with you. Only take what does and feel peaceful about what doesn't. It will just be for someone else. Some people resonate with everything, that's cool, but that's an exception. So that being said, many of you are quite ethereal in the sense that you don't belong to planet Earth as such. You come from a different kind of dimension that does coexist on planet Earth as a soul, or you come from a completely different realm, like a different planet or star system, galaxy. You are ethereal, and your guides are telling you you were sent here. You agree to come here to show love, give love to many of you. This will be Mother Nature, animals, the plant realms. So if you are someone who is very in tune with nature, who loves the outdoors, who looks after plants, who looks after animals, who cares for animals, maybe you work in a shelter, this is not coincidental. You agreed to be like this, and your guides know, and they guide you on that process. And mind you, you don't have to work in that field and have huge successes in that field. It's all about your passion and energy. Even if you touch one animal life or one plant life, you're already fulfilling your purpose. This doesn't have to come with huge societal recognition. or, you know, money and rewards. This is all about the love you feel in your heart. So whenever this loving sensation is triggered within you, you are in alignment with the purpose that you and your guide chose for your incarnation in this lifetime. Also, relationships. You might be very nurturing and very caring towards people, but I'm getting that some of you end up being hurt by other people. If you go through difficult relationships where the love you give is not reciprocated, or it kind of always ends in a bitter, sad, sour way, this is obviously not nice, but you again agree to go through these kinds of relationships because that's just kind of the love you give. The love you give is unconditional in the sense that your soul doesn't necessarily expect anything back in the physical. Your ego will not understand this, but your soul does. I see separation, so maybe you lost someone and they passed over and you miss them and you love them a lot. You know, you love so strongly, you really struggle with separation, but just embrace that and keep in mind that it's all about the love you feel. It doesn't really matter if you lose it and if, you know, things become kind of toxic. Like, it does matter to some extent, but you're still living your purpose. You're still this loving, wonderful being. And there are ways to cope with this and ways to fix your relationship so that they become less codependent, less toxic, less demanding. But remember, you chose this, and we are all born with spiritual amnesia. So we forget about these soul contracts and agreements, but that doesn't mean that they didn't happen. And the more you remember, the more you learn and accept, the easier it will become for you, okay? So you chose to be loving and delicate. And relationships, as well as with Mother Nature, and most of you will come from a different realm. Maybe you are kind of a nature spirit who chose to have a human experience in this lifetime. Some of you, and this is very possible, okay, you might have been an animal in your past life and you chose to have a human experience. Others will be starseeds or God knows, okay. Some are angels choosing to have a human experience, but you are not, you haven't been human for many lifetimes at all, okay? And this green heart obviously stands for everything I've just mentioned, especially if you are a plant and animal friend and lover. Green. And you make things grow, so you touch lives, even if it ends in a bad way, you still touch that person's heart, and that's why you came here. Also, she's holding an ivy in her hands, and I love that because I have ivy here. I use it to cleanse my energy field as well as the air in this room. So ivy, work with plants. You'll be really good at that. I'm gonna get the tarot now and get some more of these lovely oracle cards later that Tiffany kindly sent us. So thank you, Tiffany, if you're watching. Now on to tarot with the Spirit Song tarot, which has a dragonfly on the little booklet that comes with it. So dragonflies could be a sign for you from your guides. Dragonflies are very spiritual messengers. Also butterflies will obviously be signs, or fairies. Fairies. I'm going to put this card aside. Make room for the tarot. So please, spirit guides, how do you see group number 1? They kind of want to talk to you about something in your soul contract now, because our guides help us make these soul contracts. So what is that? Yeah, this is too chunky, I feel. Better drawing from these, please, guides. Whoa, the Empress. I love that because that is Mother Nature. And notice how it kind of fell out like this. I see huge meaning in how cards are drawn, how they fall onto the desk, and look at the rainbow reflection that falls right onto the rabbit's head. Crown chakra, third eye chakra energy here. So beauty and abundance. You chose to come here and bring beauty and abundance to kind of hurt people and hurt places. Geoastrology really is a thing, and there are, you know, places which becomes very obvious when, you know, you have ancient battlefields where many people died in brutal ways, or like haunted buildings where awful things happened. It becomes very obvious that paranormal phenomena happen there and that the negative energy affects everyone who comes there. But there are bigger areas like that, areas destined to kind of draw in a typical kind of soul where a lot of growth happens, and it's not always easy and nice. So I feel like the place you live in is kind of, hey, this rabbit sits by a water line. What are these lines called? These energetic ley lines. You live, oh my God, guys, look up ley lines close to where you live or where you were born. You were born, or you live, or both, in a place that is kind of, yeah, sacred. Wow. To put love and healing to wounded people and wounded places, and this wound can, you know, be about Mother Nature and, you know, animals, not just people. You agreed to be there, so if you hate where you live right now, your soul chose it. The Chariot in the reverse, discipline, determination. And look at him balancing on, it looks like a tree branch. This rhino here, very heavy animal. You should look up the meaning of these as a spirit animal, because I think that is significant. We have two suns here. In the reverse, do you feel stuck where you live? If you do, embrace it, because again, like your spirit guides are telling you, you chose to come there. So if you, and I'm including myself in this, and it's hard, but you know, I always speak the truth. I am living in a surrounding right now that gives me a lot of stress and affects me emotionally and physically. I do not like the people I live with, and it's a very toxic dynamic, but I know that we have to go through this. So I don't fight it. I try to embrace it, because that's how I can release it. So please do the same. If you live in a country that you feel is toxic, in a family or living situation that feels toxic, whatever, you are here to fulfill your destiny, and unless you haven't done that, you can't escape from it. This is in your soul contract. Again, you are the lover in this, so don't become the hater or the fighter. I know how difficult this is, but try to act with more kindness and with less involvement. Don't get emotionally involved as much. Try to kind of ignore bad behavior in the sense that you don't allow for it to change your emotions. I know how difficult this is, but be you, be the authentic you, just shine your light and be kind of passive aggressive in this loving way, okay? Just do you, be you. This is the High Priestess in the reverse, and we have a lynx here, intuition, sacred knowledge. You have so much sacred knowledge within you, and your guys are kind of smiling or giggling, because like they know that you played an active role in choosing this lifetime and all of the relationships and all the hardships. This is something that is deeply kind of stored in your subconscious, and there are ways to kind of bring up that knowledge. You might notice that during specific phases of the moon, you feel more depressed, or that, or you feel kind of very spiritual or psychic. Follow that and dig deeper, because that's how you can kind of get to the bottom of, what these karmic relationships mean and why you have to be in these difficult relationships. Sacred knowledge. So it's coming up now. What is stored? Okay, guys, what is stored deep within group number 1 souls? the Wheel of Fortune. That was my old channel name. So change possibilities. They are reassuring you that change is coming. It's absolutely coming, because you feel so stuck and you feel so frustrated where you are at right now, because all of these hurt people around you and the hurt places that you live in, they hurt you more than you can help them heal their wounds. I hope you know what I mean. But your guides are coming through right now to tell you this karmic chapter is ending. The wheel and number 10 is about endings. Change is coming. So please look at the difficult relationships you have been in or were in the past, difficult relationships with yourselves as well, and places, and all of that negativity. Please embrace it and accept it as your fate, and trust that this chapter is closing. But take advantage of it while you still can, because what you take with you from this is deep knowledge that your soul wanted to acquire by experiencing these difficulties. Okay, that's why we come here. Guys, I'm deeply spiritual. This is for the spiritually advanced. Not many people appreciate this kind of content, but that's just me. That's what you get here. If you don't want that, if you want something more lighthearted and easy, I understand. And I know that only the ones who have, who have this high priestess energy within you are still watching. I just feel like saying it. This is not very lighthearted, airy fairy. This is like deep, but change is coming. So your spirit guides know that you need to hear this, because you are so loving and delicate and beautiful, and really you feel like you've become ugly. It's like the negativity of these hurt people has rubbed off on you, and you don't see the value in being so loving and delicate. You will see the value in it, and something good's coming. Like good karma is what you have, good karma. Spirit guides, is that right? They want to cheer you up now. Knight of Acorns in the reverse. They always remind me of the Lion King, of Timon and Pumbaa. Action, drive. Please, guides, tell me that this is not what I'm thinking it is. I need a clarifier for this. So this was supposed to cheer you up. Guides, please. Okay, the World in the reverse. I'm an honest reader, all right? I'm just a very honest reader. That's what you get here. But what use is there in me telling you something that is not true? Now, the World in the upside down, in the reverse. If you are really awake, you will understand that this world is dying, it's shifting. And ever since 2020 started and everything that happened, we have really been going through never-ending darkness, and it's becoming worse and worse. But as I always keep on saying, this will end. The Wheel of Fortune, this will end, but not in 2024. And I'm not making this up. This is based in astrology. This is based in ancient scriptures. This is based in what other psychics say. Okay, we have to be a little bit more patient. But what I'm seeing here with the Knight of Acorns in the reverse, depending on when you find this reading, I really feel that springtime of 2025 will be when you can finally free yourselves from this stagnation and from being surrounded people who don't kind of appreciate your love. Seemingly their soul does, but people whose wounds rub off on you, you will leave them behind. But autumn season might be a bit of a challenge for you, but just look forward to springtime, because in springtime you will be out. If you find this reading at a much later moment, or if you are on the other side of the globe, this will be autumn for you and not spring. So just give it, we are in July now, give it like 7 more months and you'll be free. You'll be in a better place. And this has to do with, again, like this geo-magnetic, geo-astrological, human karma energy. You need to kind of wait for the world to shift as well so that better energies can find you. I hope that makes sense to you, okay? I'm just being very honest here. And thank you so much to the lovely people who appreciate my honest style and my reading style in general. Love you so much. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this reading. I'm gonna have to close the window now. Okay. Speaking about toxic environments, we will break free. But I want to find out more from your spirit guides now, how they see you and how can you really truly embrace yourselves as these wonderful, delicate beings that you are. And I don't know if I said it, but please leave a comment, a purple heart for support if you appreciate this reading, and join the tribe and subscribe if you are new. So let's continue with these gifted cards. They are the Phoenix-Karten. They only exist in German, for those of you who are wondering. Wow, wise woman. So your divine feminine energies are very strong within you. That's why you are so beautiful. You are more receptive than kind of like aggressively giving. You are this, I don't like the negative connotation that passive aggressive has, but you are kind of passive aggressive in a sense that you are delicate and vulnerable and mellow and loving, and you hold back, but really you give a lot of energy, and that's typically a divine feminine. And I think that your guide is showing themselves to you right now, and I'm hearing forest crone. Does that mean something to you, forest crone? I think that if that resonates with you, one of your guides is an ancient kind of female, kind of like a druid or something. I think she is from a Norse culture. Norse. And it doesn't matter what ethnicity you have right now, where you're from. You know, guides pick us and we pick our guides based on energies. So I'm kind of seeing this Norse priestess from the forest guiding you, a wise woman guiding you. If you never had a reliable mother figure, your guide is that to you. This is very interesting, and you are becoming another very wise, women in that sense. This is all making you wiser, so please appreciate the experiences. Wow, the Judge. This is again your guides talking about the karmic contract that you made before coming here. So they are reminding you what you are going through is what you chose. And some of us, we choose lifetimes that are a lot more difficult than what seemingly we can handle, because especially, I'm getting it now, they are telling you this is probably the first time you are having a human experience, one of the very first times of you having a human experience, and you were kind of warned about how difficult it is to be on planet Earth as a human, to be so stuck and limited and subject to forces outside of our control. And you were like, yeah, I can handle it, but now you're in it and you're really struggling. So they're reminding you, you chose this, you went for it, you were very enthusiastic and kind of a little bit naive, because you didn't think it was going to be that hard, but all happened based on love. So just be patient with yourselves and choose love and love yourselves. Don't hate yourselves. You can only truly love yourselves if you love all the experiences that shaped you. And also they are saying you don't have to go through this again. If your soul, goes through your life review, you don't have to go through this again, because you are your own judge. By the way, we judge ourselves during our life review. And if you say, no, I've had enough, you don't have to go through this again anymore. Wow, the Priestess. I'm so pleased to see this, guys. This is such divine feminine energy here. Huge feminine energy. So if you are someone born in a male body and you're listening to this, please learn to, especially you, but everyone really, learn to embrace your divine feminine energies. They are so strong within you. Live them, show them. If you are very sensitive and your society, your family, or like whatever belief systems shame you for being so vulnerable, stop that, embrace it. You are perfect just the way you are. And you showing yourselves as vulnerable and sensitive and emotional is beautiful. It's divine love coming through. Also, I'm getting that most of you will have been female in your past lives. So if you're having an experience as a male, human male right now, it will be especially hard for you. But again, you chose it. So your spirit guides think you are very spiritual, very psychic. They think you're very ethereal. Your soul essence doesn't really match the human experience, but you wanted to go for it. They say just keep on being you, trust the shift that is coming, because it will get much better once the world gets a much better place, okay? So yeah, and they really love you and think you're very, very beautiful. Now, this is all that I have for you in this reading. If you watched it until the end, thank you so much. Please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you'd like to send in a deck as well, then I have an Amazon wishlist link down below. Otherwise, take very good care, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 2. Everyone who resonated with the mystic and this red tourmaline crystal point. So we are about to connect with your spirit guides to find out how they see you, and hopefully they'll be able to give you some helpful and very important guidance and information about your current situation as well. So let's get into it. Just keep in mind, not every single detail might resonate with you. Only take what does and feel peaceful about what doesn't. It will be for someone else. This is a reading for the collective. Now, look at him. Look at how peaceful he is. And I'm very intrigued by his hat here. I can really feel him. And I wonder if you can feel him too. I'm really getting a strong kind of spiritual presence from looking at this image. I believe the artist really channeled some beings there. And honestly, now this is information that will obviously not resonate with everyone, but I'm getting that you and your guide who is coming through here were in a past lives monks or priestesses or very, very, very spiritual, kind of official people, very religious people, religious as in, you know, spiritual. You work together, you know each other deeply. And so one of you, and that is you watching, agreed to come to this planet and go for a lifetime, while the other agreed to help you from the spirit realms. You must be feeling this deep in your soul and in your heart that you were maybe in a past life someone like this. And again, I don't know what culture necessarily you were from and what timeline you were from. This could date back to like ancient times, or very recent times, but you were all working like this mystic here. And you had some deeply mystic experiences in this past lifetime. So this could play out differently in this lifetime. Maybe during the first part of your life until now, you could have been very estranged from all things spiritual and mystic. You had maybe quite a superficial lifestyle, no judgment there, but you know, not spiritual. And then a blow of fate happened and you had this spiritual awakening. You agreed to go through this, or you have always been that way, but you always have felt kind of weird and like that you don't fit in. But really trust how spiritual mystic you are, because your guide sees you as what your two souls really are, your soulmates. And you work together as a team in many past lives as spiritual mystic people. And this flame he's holding there, I'm trying to look what this could be. It could be that he's burning some sage, I don't know, maybe this is like Palo Santo. I don't know what this is, but the flame of wisdom. In many religions, the flame, the fire, has huge significance. So tell me what you think this flame could stand for. And this red tourmaline is talking about power. So your guide thinks you're very powerful and you're equal to them, okay? But you are, born with spiritual amnesia. You are born in, into this physical body that makes it very hard for you to have spiritual experiences. So your guides, they're helping you from the other side, and they're doing a lot for you. And it must be so easy for you to connect with them, honestly, because you're like friends or soulmates, Yeah, your souls are friends. So do a meditation to meet your guide or ask them for signs, because I think it should be very easy for you to get those. Now, before I get more oracle cards that Tiffany sent us, thank you, Tiffany, I'm gonna get your tarot, and I'll be using the Mystic Tarot. This is a German deck. Of course, I had to use my Mystic Tarot, and again, almost every time I use it, I look at this symbol here, which you might see a heart, but here it's actually more visible with this ornament here. It looks like a pretzel, and pretzel is a German word, and it comes, well, the roots of this word are Latin, and it comes from alms, because monks used to eat those here in the German-speaking realms, and the way a pretzel looks like is supposed to represent the crossed arms of a monk. So there is something super, super, super spiritual about you guys. So if you have been feeling the urge to kind of go on a retreat or go live on an ashram or like do something a monk would do, definitely go for it, because you have some sacred experiences there for sure, and your guide will help you. And maybe, if it's safe for you to do that, and if you feel called to do that, do a cleanse your body. Do like a juice cleanse with organic juices if you feel called to do that. Yeah, the Two of Cups, and it came out in the reverse. So your guide is confirming you are soulmates. You belong together. Okay, you're friends. You're equal. And you're in separation now, because one is in spirit and one is in the physical human form. I love this. And look how this is like intertwined here, and it looks like the genetic helix. So it could be that in some past lives you were family, father, child, or brother, sister. Yeah, actually, maybe in a past life, this guide was your sibling. Maybe you were twins. This is so interesting. So they're just confirming your guide sees you as family and as a soulmate. And am I crazy, or did this heart just move? It looked like this heart just moved. It probably didn't, but I thought it was like spinning. I don't know. Guide, please. How do you see group number 2? Wow, the 2 of discs. Look, we have the infinity symbol. They're just confirming everything I said based on the oracle card. You live in different dimensions now, and there's something that you need to juggle. I think you two, in your soul contract, you agree to kind of work together for a higher good, and you need to do this teamwork with one being on earth and one being in the spirit realms, because if you both were in the same dimension, it wouldn't work out. So what is this, please? It's definitely good that you're the one on planet Earth, even though you might not like it. Wow, the 4 of Swords. And, it moved. If you find feathers, they're definitely a sign from your guides. And maybe your guide actually is also, must be an ancestor as well, if you were family in a past life. Sleeping on that moon, and I'm hearing the word eggshell. What does that mean? Walking on eggshells? Are you really cautious? They want to connect with you through meditation and through your sleep. So please practice lucid dreaming. I say that all the time. It's very difficult, but if anyone could master it, it would be you. this guide really wants to work with you more intensely, and in order for you to be able to receive their messages in a clearer way, you should do more meditation or practice lucid dreaming. Ask them to answer questions that you have in your sleep and kind of write them down or something, because they want to give you answers. But yeah, guys, they see you as completely equal. I want to ask them, what's your soul mission about then? What's this? 7 of discs in the reverse. It's very weird how she's sitting on top of that tree. She already has the fruit. She's not working on it. I need a clarifier for this. What's group number 2 soul mission? Wow, Queen of Cups. All right. So if you're someone who struggles in physicality, being that you struggle with your physical health, with stability, resources, finances, family dynamics, career, and all of that, it's an intentional challenge you chose in order to become more emotional. And if you had everything you wished for right now, everything material and physical you wished for, you would have not become the person that you are today. So spiritual and psychic. I can certainly speak for myself here. But there is a gift in it for you, a gift, because look at the seahorse. So your guide's honest like me and are saying you will probably in this lifetime not get these physical, material rewards and dreams that your ego craves. You will get different blessings. And the more that you detach from this idea of, becoming rich or becoming incredibly physically attractive or like being so successful and, having what others don't, the more that you give up on that, the more blessings will show up that truly matter, because we do not bring diplomas, titles, money, possessions. We don't bring that with us to the afterlife. What we do bring with us is the experiences our hearts felt, and something really beautiful is coming here for you once you accept that. I need a clarifier for that. I want to find out what this is. Okay, the 4 of Wands in the reverse. This is so interesting, because you have this couple here dancing on this tower. We have 2 birds here, it's in the reverse. Some of you, are you single mothers or single parents? Or have you always been lacking the support of your family? Once you accept that your family doesn't support you, that your baby daddy doesn't support you and the child, that, you don't get this inheritance, like whatever you think you are supposed to have materially, once you say goodbye to that and once you intentionally disconnect from people close to you because they neglect you, once you do that, a true blessing is coming in the form of companionship. So I don't know what this companionship will be for you. This could be a significant other, a romantic partner. It could be a best friend. It could be a child. It could be a fur friend. It could be a business partner. I don't know, but it's something that you have kind of nurtured and brought to birth. And you chose to go for an experience of kind of saying, with a bleeding heart, no to success, to earthly societal success, and no to healthy family relationships. Once you accept it and let it go, you will get a true blessing that will make your heart feel so full and you will have no regrets. That's kind of what you chose to go through in this lifetime, and you will take these experiences with you and tell your spirit guide friend about it, because I know it sounds difficult to understand, but it's just the truth. And all people who go through near-death experiences say this. We also have to suffer pain, and we take this experience with us because we want enlightenment. And there is no enlightenment without the whole scale of experience that involves the good and the bad. And your guide wasn't ready to do that, and you are. So they're saying thank you for doing this for us so that we can move on to bigger and better after this. But you know, something really beautiful is coming here for you with this seahorse. If you're still watching, please leave a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it so much. Comments help so much as well. If you don't know what to say, please leave a purple heart. And if you are new and would like to join the tribe, please subscribe. Now on to these wonderful oracle cards. We see the phoenix here at the back of the deck. Phoenix rising from the ashes. We'll see if this card wants to come out again. Guides, what do you have to say about your friends here watching? This deck is called Phoenix Karten. They're German. They don't exist in English. What? This is a financial accountant. So there is a deep issue for some of you that you struggle to kind of maintain a certain living standard, that you struggle financially. And this is awful. My heart goes out to you so much. You're lacking resources. Guides, what's this about? Do you have a cat? Because I see a cat here in the background. But she's like smiling and she's looking away from the money. So you might not like to hear this. And if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. But it could very well be that in a past life, you were very wealthy and you were too wealthy. And some souls go through these roller coasters of having something in complete abundance and having more than enough, and then going through a complete lack. In order to stop this spiral, this roller coaster, live more humbly and accept what you lack and stop craving for more. So this is just a message for some of you. And if you understand this, you can fix it. In a past life, you were maybe too, for some of you, not everyone, greedy, or you had too much and you didn't handle it well. That's why your soul chose to be like, this time, okay, I'm not going to have anything. That's not healthy. None of this is healthy. Wow, the servant. Again, sorry, these messages are kind of all over the place, but this guy here is your spirit guide saying they serve you. So if you really struggle right now with your finances, ask your guide for help. Because one step to healing this issue is understanding that it's karma, that your struggles are karma. Embrace it, face it. Say no to wishing to become a millionaire. If you like now not having enough, just say, please, universe, give me enough so that I can live comfortably. And ask your guide to please show you the way, how it's done, because they really want to help you. They're here to help and assist you. They're really here to help you and make the most out of this experience and not end up, hurt and hating it. Because this baby here could also be some money to help you live happily. They both have this flame. The narcissist with the lotus. So I'm not the one, making this up. I see this in the cards. And again, if it doesn't resonate with you, do not take it. But there is a message that will only resonate with a few of you, that in your past lives, you didn't live in alignment with your highest good. And our highest good also includes everyone else's highest good. So you are kind of now going through a life where you experience on the suffering and receiving end what you did to other people. And you don't need to see this as punishment. Just see it as something that you wanted to go through as a soul in order to learn and not become this very wealthy and kind of abusive of power person, choosing material possessions over love. And this sounds so contradictory because I really felt like you were kind of monks in a past life, but this could be this karmic roller coaster of you being like a monk, a poor monk, not having anything, like struggling to maintain a healthy functioning body, even being purely spiritual. And then you wish to be a super rich person, having it all, being beautiful, successful, having power, neglecting all things spiritual and emotional. And now you're on the other side again, like not having any joy, not having any love, not having any power. Stop this cycle. Your guides want to help you stop this cycle. And again, this will act out differently for some of you, but just accept that you're stuck in kind of karmic cycles of going up and down. But you have this guide helping you make the wisest choices, okay? And you can do it because there's this golden flower. You can wake up to this dynamic now and stop it. Stop it by not asking for more than you need. Stop it by accepting that everything that happens to you is karma. Choose love, choose kindness, and receive this blessing, okay? And ask your guides for information because they'll help you. They're here to serve you in the spirit realms. Wow, guys, this reading was really it. I don't know how many made it until the end, how many could take this message. If you did, I'd really appreciate if you let me know that you watched pile 2 until the end. Stay blessed, please. Give a thumbs up. And if you want to send in some cards or crystals for support, I have an Amazon wishlist link down below. So see you soon. Welcome to your reading, group number 3, everyone who resonated with the outsider. Gorgeous woman with her owl and this angel aura crystal quartz. So we are about to channel your spirit guides to find out from them how they see you, and they'll be giving you some important guidance and helpful information about your current situation as well. So let's get into it, but only take what resonates and feel peaceful about what doesn't. It will be for someone else. This is a reading for the collective. I'm just gonna take a deep breath, do that with me. It helps kind of calm the nervous system down, which I needed after pile 2. Your guides, they are very pure. They're represented by this owl and by this angel aura quartz. So maybe this is also your guardian angels coming through, and you really have needed a strong guardian angel throughout your life, because I'm getting that most of you are an outsider because you have been going through so much trauma other people cannot relate to at all. And I can relate. If anyone can relate, I can. So maybe we are in the same boat if this strongly resonates with you. I feel so drawn to her. You can be a man watching this, by the way, so you don't have to be female. It's all about the energies. So you have gone through a lot of trauma. You needed an angel. That's why I'm still here today. And this is your angel coming through and your guide. And notice how I have my rainbow reflections on my desk now, and I can see myself on the reflection of my computer screen in front of me, and I have these rainbow reflections on my upper arms now. So the angels are coming through. They're telling us, we are here, we're protecting you. And just because you can't see us doesn't mean we're not always with you. You have a strong angelic protection thing going on here. But it's the spirit guide that's speaking. And there's different reasons as to why you are an outsider. Some of you were already bullied in kindergarten or school, or maybe not bullied, but kind of avoided, because you radiate this energy of being someone who is just special. And only mature souls go through trauma, because trauma helps us grow, and that's hard to take, but that's just the way it is. You probably had to grow up a lot sooner than other kids, which is why you always felt like an adult in a kid's body, and you just can relate to your peers, and they can relate to you. Some of you live and grew up in a society that is not where your roots are based in. So you could be like, just giving an example, an American native growing up in, you know, a very kind of white part of America, or like anything else. You come from a tradition that is just different. Your body, mind, and soul does. So you're the outsider. This will have different reasons. I'm getting this kind of native energy here, but not just Native American. I'm getting, and this is something that is psychic information, so my brain doesn't properly understand it because I'm not educated, but there is a indigenous tribe rooted in what we today know as Turkey. And people kind of look like this and kind of dress like this. But what am I hearing? Mongolian? I know that Mongolia is not Turkey, but I'm kind of getting that Middle Eastern indigenous vibe. Please let me know if that resonates with you, if you're from that region ethnically, or if you feel like you had a past life there. But you are very special, and you have such a big loving angel with you always, and you have this guide shining a light on your darkness. So let's see, let's take my golden tarot cards for more information. I'm gonna go back to these lovely oracle cards in a minute. Thank you, Tiffany, for sending these. I love them so much. Now, golden tarot, look at that. Also, I'm getting, some of you, the reason why you feel like such an outsider is because your last incarnation was several hundreds of years ago, and like you skipped kind of this evolution on planet Earth for hundreds of years as a soul, and you're kind of still, you're such an old soul. Some people could have told you that you look like a Renaissance painting or something like that, or that you look physically like you're from a different era. Let me know if that's the case. And if that's the case, that's a manifestation of your soul. You probably, oh my God, I'm getting at some of you, you could have been Native American during the time of colonialism, or any other native ethnicity during colonialism, or maybe you were European during the Renaissance. It's getting wild. So guides. And when I'm talking to guides, I'm talking to these owls because they're so wise. Please, how do you see these beautiful outsiders? Oh my God, strength. Look, they think you're very strong. Very, very strong. I love that we have a white horse here in the background. And this looks like a pigeon, but it's probably supposed to be like a bigger bird like that, like an eagle or something. But again, messenger pigeon, so message, you're receiving these messages now. This queen here, she's taming a beast. So again, your guides are saying you are incredibly strong for enduring this trauma and pain, and you might be reliving ancestral trauma in these times. So again, maybe you're kind of reliving this ancestral trauma that came with colonialism or something like that, or something different where you just feel like some other predator is kind of taking over and taking what's yours, or kind of trying to make you become someone according to their ideas and ideals and not yours. You know how, and this is still happening today, and it's disgusting. All over the world, people push their religion on other belief systems and use religion as a source of control and power. So that's kind of the vibe here. But you're so strong for handling it the way you do. You're handling it with grace. And again, this white horse reminds me of your guardian angel, like a mighty, mighty horse. Oh my God, the moon in the reverse, yeah. you agree to come here, and this guide knows because they helped you work out this karmic plan for this lifetime, you agree to dig up some old trauma, bring it to the surface and heal it. So know that you can do so much for your ancestors if you heal this trauma right now. You're doing it for everyone in your line who's been here before. And I'm seeing these, what are they called? They're sitting on top of these columns here. Are they Egyptian? Not sphinxes, I don't know what they are, but some of you have a connection to Egypt. I don't know how far this trauma goes back, but ever since humans have been humans, we have been fighting each other, oppressing each other, so this could date back absolute ages. Wow, Page of Cups, yes. You are here to bring this to the surface. And just by causing awareness and feeling it and embracing it, you can kind of dissolve it. So look at your pain and what has made you an outsider as something to raise awareness, and do not choose hate and resentment and aggression to deal with this. Choose acceptance. Choose that this is part of the cruelties that happen on planet Earth. It doesn't mean that you need to approve of them, but planet Earth is boot camp for the soul. If it wasn't for struggle and pain, we would not grow and evolve, and we would not reach enlightenment. So see it as that and kind of move on. If you manage to do this now, you can put it in the past where it belongs, and the next generation will be happy and free. This is a very strong message for those of you who are planning to become parents or who are expecting a child. This is your chance now to end this karma and not pass it on to your child. There's so much I could say here about this, but I need to be careful. So even if you don't have a child, you can still help this next generation be free from that, because it's all about energies. The Hermit. This is definitely, again, your guide coming through. We have a grey cat here. I love that. It makes me think of my cat, Peppy. A deer, cat. Maybe your spirit animal is a cat. Do you have a cat as a pet? Because your guide is, because you are struggling so much with humans because of the abuse and oppression and your past trauma, this guide sends you loving animals. And look, she's holding an animal. So trust and believe that the animals that surround you are gifts from your guides to, cheer you up and keep you company. And even if this is not a pet that lives with you, you might love bird watching, or, just watching Mother Nature, bees and insects, and I don't know what you do. Maybe you paint and draw animals. This animal energy, this friendly, unconditional love energy that comes from animals is a gift from your guides. And it's making me very emotional. So I know for a fact that my guides and spirit team sent me my grey cat. So if you have a precious pet, they're a gift from your guides so that you don't feel so lonely. Because notice that it's mostly hurt people who struggle with society, who are animal lovers. Because animals, they don't judge you. They just want food and company and cuddles. And if you give them that, they love you. The Tower, I was waiting for this card to be seen. Look, that's the angel here. The angel that's with you. Trauma, severe trauma. As just confirmation. But, let the Tower crash and crumble. Don't try to desperately kind of rebuild this tower or climb on it. Kind of accept what happened, accept it. And I know how hard this is, but if you were kind of abused in the past, you can't change the past. You can't. The only thing you can do is to see that you needed to go through this in order to maybe don't suppress it, in order to not become an aggressor yourselves, in order to just seek the wisdom and healing from it and dissolve it and not pass it on, okay? Because in so many cases, and I'm not saying this is you, I mean, it could be for some, but I'm not saying this is the collective. People who suffer abuse, they become abusers. That cycle needs to be stopped. People who were discriminated become discriminating people. Just stop the cycle, stop reacting, choose love. And hang out with more animals and with Mother Nature, because humans can be so triggering. Five of Swords in the reverse. Grey doggy. Do you have a doggy? I'm really feeling a dog right now. Maybe this dog is in the spirit realms already, but they do visit. Like, I'm really feeling this dog right now. Such a sweet dog coming to me. Hang on. Who's Chaplin? Or is it Charlie? Chap? Please let me know if that resonates with you. But yeah, this is confirmation exactly of what I just said. Look, your soul is exhausted. You are this exhausted, wounded warrior. But you have this dog by your side, okay? And these aggressors, they are going away. They're leaving you alone. So don't pick up the sword again to fight. Don't react. Don't, do what I had just told you not to do. Just leave this in the past and you can create freedom for yourselves. And again, your guides, they're really admiring for how much grace you've had despite of the trauma, for how strong you are mentally and emotionally to handle it, and that you still are able to choose love because you love animals a lot, okay? Wow, this is heavy. I wanted this to be a light-hearted reading, but it didn't turn out to be. If you still appreciate this kind of content, guys, please leave a thumbs up. So important that you do that. And comments help so much. So leave a purple heart in support of this channel. And if you are new and would like to join the tribe, please subscribe. Taking these Phoenix Karten right now. They only exist in German. Why is there a white thingy on this? I don't know. Let's get more information about you, how your guides see you. And also they're saying, like, don't put so much value into this current lifetime. We have all been perpetrators and victims. We have all been kings and queens and regular civilians. We have all been wounded, disabled people, and we have all been perfectly healthy people. We go through it all for enlightenment, okay? Don't think that what you're going through now is your eternal self. It's not. Wow, the storyteller. This is so powerful. And again, she looks kind of, Middle Eastern or something, which is a sign for a few of you. You are here to become a storyteller and to share this wisdom you go through on the other side in the spirit realms once you cross over, and also to share wisdom with other people who go through similar things. This is kind of what I am doing here. I have gone through severe trauma, which resulted in my Heaven's Bridge Tarot channel. I would have never been able to share this wisdom and give this help and guidance if I hadn't accepted and embraced and healed from my trauma. If I can do it, you can do it too. And you're here to tell this story, but not, again, in a hateful way, becoming, again, like an aggressive person, reacting with aggression. No, reacting with wisdom. And also, I have an Akashic Records reading. Maybe you want to watch that afterwards, because this is giving Akashic Records. Perfectionist. Yeah, I feel so called out here by my spirit guides. I'm a true perfectionist, so you are probably too. If not, you might be the opposite. But I feel like you are so harsh on yourselves, and this gets you in trouble. Because, yeah, I can speak from experience. Perfectionists never are happy with themselves. But we need to stop doing that, because we're always like bashing ourselves. We need to like give ourselves a pat on the shoulder and not try to be so flawless, because no one is flawless. But we are that way, because if we weren't, we wouldn't have made it through this trauma. Only people who are extremely disciplined and extremely oriented towards keeping it together and doing their best can make it through trauma. So yeah, strong and disciplined and perfectionistic people is what we are. Very intelligent as well. your guides, our guides, see us like that. And I just need to say, on this image, you can kind of see an aura behind this guy's body. And I see something like an angel or the guide with long hair, and the aura is kind of purplish. So if you've been seeing people's aura, you're not crazy. If you see orbs and lights, you're not crazy. This is a higher dimensional being trying to show themselves to you, or people's soul essence. The mermaid, I'm feeling so called out here. Please let me know if you also love mermaids. Yeah, I have a mermaid tail, and I don't care about how old I am. You know, I just love being a mermaid. Translate that to how it fits your situation. If you do something that's considered childish or like stupid or I don't know, like not grown up and mature, don't listen to these people. You do you. And many people who are deeply wounded and traumatized, like myself, use fantasy as an escape from reality. So keep on doing that, because once you engage with fantasy and you put your heart and soul into it, that's when you have actual spiritual psychic experiences. Mermaids are real. All mythical creatures are based in facts. Okay, it's just because we have become so rational that we forget about these things and that they stop showing themselves to us. But you are very, very magical to your guides. They see the value in you. They see how beautiful your transition has been and how you're so unique and special. And notice that most mythical creatures are extremely secretive and lonely. Think of mermaids. Not many people can see them. They hide away in the waters. Think of unicorns. They are very rare and lonely, but that doesn't mean that they're not extremely special. So you are extremely special and precious and fantastic. You are very, very strong. You are very disciplined. You are a very hard worker in the sense that you do your very best to keep on going, and please work on releasing this family curse, this ancestral curse, because you can do it, and you have an angel making sure that nothing will happen that is more than you can handle, guys. So wow, this is all that I have for you in this reading. Please leave a thumbs up if you made it until the end. If you too would like to send in some cards or crystals, I have an Amazon wishlist link down below. Take very good care. I'm sending you my blessings, and see you in the next one, hopefully. Bye.